Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Solo Boy Gary. This is gonna be an exciting video. Ha, let's get to it. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the video. Today is a very exciting video, guys. I am so excited to be able to do this with you guys. You can already tell from the thumbnail what we're doing today. Now, there's a couple things that we had to sacrifice to get to this standpoint, but there was a good reasoning behind it. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on telling you why we got a new car. Before I go in and show you the actual car, let me tell you why I did it. So I'm gonna make this semi-short. I don't want to make it too long. I want you guys to see the car and I want to tell you everything we're gonna do to the car. But first, let me tell you the backstory on why we did this, okay? Starting from the beginning. Most of you that don't know me, my name is Garrett, AKA Solo Boy Gary. That's what all of my socials say. My Instagram is Solo Boy Gary, everything on there. Make sure you guys hit that link down in the below. Go follow me on Instagram, subscribe to the channel, guys, and we are just gonna get straight into it. This is a very long story on how we got to this point, but I'm gonna make it very short on how we did it. As most of you guys know, I live here in Colorado. It is a very beautiful day, as you guys can see. Now, however, it does not get that beautiful all the time. It is a lot of snow sometimes, a lot of cold days, and you just need an A to B car. Now, if you guys remember, my A to B car was my 2018 Toyota Tundra that you guys are seeing right here on the screen right now. That was my A to B car. Unfortunately, long story short, I ended up just selling my Toyota Tundra, guys. I know it sucks, it sucks, it sucks. I just had to do it, and let me tell you why. So the reason why I had to sell my Tundra, guys, is because I was paying roughly about $1,000 a month just for the car, or just for the truck alone. That's not insurance, that's not other fees, that's not even gas. Now, that thing was a gas guzzler, but I'll get to that point. However, if you guys have been backtracking in my videos a little bit, you would know that I am a full-time entrepreneur, and one thing that entrepreneurs need is they need as less debt as possible unless they have assets to cover those. Now, yes, I do have assets to cover some of my things, but I've noticed that I've built up a lot of expenses in my life, and they're holding me back a little bit. Okay, so now you guys can kind of see where I'm coming from with that. So with the Tundra being $1,000 a month, guys, it was not necessarily killing me, but it was one of those things where I could save $1,000 if I didn't have this payment. So there was two options. Either I can come out of my savings, come out of my stock accounts and things like that to pay off the truck and be able to keep it, just because it was my everything rig, guys. It was going to go pick up things, going to tow things, going to the mountains, going camping, and just all of the above, guys. That was my day one, my A1 car, right? First option was to come out of my bank account and just pay it all off. Now, keep in mind, I still owed about $19,500 on that Tundra. It was a beast of a Tundra. I loved it, absolutely loved it. However, the payment, I did not like it. Okay, now second option was to sell it for the equity I had out of it. Now, that still wouldn't have got me in the positive because of all the interest and stuff that I paid on the truck. Long story short, I ended up selling it, guys. So I owed about $19,500 on it. I ended up selling the Tundra, guys, for a whopping $37,000, guys. It was a 2018. It had 115,000 miles on it. It had a 6-inch lift, 37, 17x9 wheels. It was everything. It had my Sherpa rack and everything on it. It was everything, and it helped me get everywhere I needed to and tow anything I needed to. However, we sold it. So, and we sold it for the equity that we got out of it. So, as you guys know, we sold it for $37,000. All right, we owed exactly, let me tell you exact. It was exactly $19,473 is how much we owed on it. So if you take $19,473 out of that, we got a whopping, I don't know if you guys can see that, but in equity, we got $17,527 out of that. I usually don't like to go over expenses and everything that we did out of it, but long story short, I'm out of a Tundra, guys. I had $17,000, not $17,000 to spend, because I wanted some of that money to go into some of my businesses and to run and everything. And speaking of businesses, I will get to that here shortly. One of my businesses on there you guys are gonna love, and it's gonna be for you guys. So yeah, so we had some money to spend, right? So I decided to use 10 grand of that money, not touch my savings or anything, use 10 grand of that money and separate that 10 grand between my 3 businesses that I have. Now, I'm not gonna explain all 3 businesses on here because this video is not meant for a business channel or a business video right now. So this is actually a new car video. So, but we divided that 10 grand in between 3 of my businesses that I do. 7 grand is gonna go to my new build. Now, that is not a lot of money, no. Luckily, I do know how to shop. So what brings us to here? I did a little bit of car shopping. I didn't know whether I wanted to get a 4runner. I wanted to get another Tundra. I didn't know if I wanted to buy a beater, a BMW. I didn't know what I wanted to do, guys. So I came to the realization that all of my towing power, my camping power, and all that stuff is now gone because my Tundra did all of that for me. So I was like, okay, first off, I'm gonna need another truck. I'm gonna need something that at least tows my dirt bikes, that can tow something very light, something it can pick up things, you know what I mean? And also, number 2, I'm gonna need something to go camping in, because if you guys know, I'm coming up family right now. So it's me and my wife, and we have a kid on the way next month, and we need space, we need camping, we love to camp, okay? So we need a truck of some sort to get us around. So which is why I made the decision I made, and as you guys can see from the thumbnail, you already know what decision I've made. We ended up finding this beautiful 4runner for a whopping $5,000. Actually, take that back. It was listed for $7,000, guys. Luckily, it was a friend. He wanted about $7,000 for it, but luckily I've known him since we were babies, so he talked down the price for me because it was a clean one, guys. It is very clean. You guys are gonna see here shortly. Now, obviously, with the car being a 20-year-old car, yes, there's gonna be still some things to fix on it, guys. Engine-wise, drivetrain-wise, and just what you get for the overall package, it was a great buy. I don't expect you guys to know what the 4runner market is, but it is getting higher and higher and higher and higher, guys. So he gave me a really good deal on that. He gave me a really good deal. I ended up talking him down to about 5 grand. Now, you guys do know I only had $7,000 to build this car. However, things don't always go to plan, guys. So I did a bunch of research, I did a bunch of searching, and I was just looking for 4runners back to back to back to back, and I'm seeing some for 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. Now, yes, I could have just bought a straight clapped out 4runner, and for like $1,000 to $2,000 and just build it up with the money that I had. I mean, yes, I could have done that, but I did not want to do that. I wanted a clean slate. I want something to start out clean. I want something that will get me to A to B right soon as I drive it off the lot type stuff. That's where this one came in. He actually had it listed for about $7,000. He actually did not even want to sell it, but I ended up persuading him to sell it. But I was able to talk him down to about $5,000, okay? So we are now $5,000 out of our $7,000 budget. Which sucks. But like I said, things don't always go to plan. I went into my savings a bit and I grabbed a little bit of money. Long story short, why are we even getting into that right now? I haven't even showed you the truck yet. So here, how about this? Let's go ahead and do this. Now that you know my story on why I bought the 4runner, let me go and grab it for you guys, and let me see what you think. Let's get to it. And here we are, guys. This is my big booty 3rd gen 4runner.
Pause.
Nah, I'm just playing with y'all. This is my 2000 Toyota 3rd gen 4runner. She's beautiful, guys. She is beautiful. Now, there still is a couple things I'm gonna have to do to this car to make it my own. Now, as you guys seen from those pictures, or if you watch my videos, or if you follow me on Instagram, you will know what my Tundra looked like. I personalized it to my liking, guys. This one's definitely gonna need a lot of work, guys. It's gonna need some work. I am so up for it, guys. I fell in love with these. Now, I don't post it a lot. I don't post them a lot, but I have actually had, in my entire life, I'm 27 years old, I have actually had 6 of these vehicles, guys. I've had exactly 6 of these. This is my 6th one. I absolutely love these things, guys. Just with the reliability, the look of them, the amount of upgrades you can do to them, it's like it's literally like endless. It's literally endless of options of mods you can do on these things, guys. Now, they are extremely slow, however they get the job done. This one does have a 3.4 liter engine inside of it, which is the best one. It is the V6. Keep in mind, guys, I've actually owned this car for about 2 months now because I wanted to make sure it was the right thing for me before I introduced it to you guys, and it is. It is very much the vehicle we are going to be building, guys. I've already done all the fluids on it. I've done the oil change, the coolant change, the transmission fluid change. I've done the diffs as well. This car is ready to go, guys. Let's go ahead. Let me get you guys off of this tripod here real quick, and let's go ahead and take a walk around on the car just so you guys can see some of the tiny issues I'm going to have to deal with throughout the channel. Let you guys know what the next upgrades are going to be. This is the introduction video, so we are not going to be putting on any mods on this car today. Now, however, I do have a lot of mods ready to get put on this car, already ready and at home. So stay tuned for the next videos, guys. Just stay tuned because they are coming. Let's go ahead and walk over the 3rd gen 4runner, guys. It's beautiful. Like, I was searching so hard for this exact one. I was looking for 1999 and up to the 2002. I really wanted a 2001 with the sport hood, but I just could not find it because I specifically wanted it in black. Now, obviously, you can see that we got a black one. This is a 2000 Toyota 4runner. It's a couple years of the one that I actually wanted, and it does not have the sport hood, which you guys already know I have to have the sport hood. Now, if you guys don't know what the sport hood is, it is a model that came from Toyota, but it had a scoop in the middle of it. It was actually a scoop you could actually use because some of these cars came supercharged from the factory. Obviously, it's impossible to find a supercharged one. This one, I may be supercharged in the future. I really don't know. I'm kind of destined on just making this one a slow crawler, low key. So this one's gonna be our crawler build, guys. But looking over the car, there's some tiny things we're gonna have to do. Like, we're gonna have to do a paint correction. As you can see, we got some scratches here and there, got some scratches there. I'm not really too worried about scratches at all, just because this is going to be a crawler, guys. But again, it is going to be my daily, so I do like all of my things to look nice while I do things. Up here, you can see they had like some wind deflectors on here, so the glue and stuff is still intact and crusty up there, and they just broke off. So I got to take off all the glue off the top of there. But as you can see, we got a little bit of damage on the body here, just a little bit there. This bumper is going to be getting taken off. We're doing a brand new bumper. Hint, that's a little hint or teaser that I'm gonna say to you guys right now. Just small things like this one back here, like the 4runner tag fell off, but the glue is all still on there. I gotta get that off. These emblems over here are falling off. I don't know if I want to rock the like no emblem look. I don't know. I kind of like the emblems on there, so I might buy some new emblems and put them on there, just refresh it up. Oh yeah, and if you guys are not following, that is actually my Instagram right there. So, and then here's gonna be, oh, actually, while we're speaking about it, this here, guys, is one of my businesses. So I actually started a clothing line. And I don't know if you guys can see that. It's kind of hard to see it because I made it black on black on the car. But my new clothing brand is named Destruction, guys, with 2 X's. As you can see on my shirt right here, this is actually one of the releases that I did on my shirts. Now, I have owned this clothing line for, I want to say it's been public for about 2 months now, guys. So I got quite a bit of merch on the site. So go down there in the description and cop you some merch because it does support me with whatever I'm doing. Obviously, you guys know I am a full-time entrepreneur. I made this clothing brand specifically, not necessarily get rich scheme, or I didn't really do it for money. a lot of you guys probably don't know because I don't share it much, but I do have a passion for fashion, guys. On my downtime or alone time, I'm always looking up creative things, looking at fashion shows and things like that, and just seeing the creativity that some people are making. And it inspired me to create my own clothing brand. So the clothing that you are gonna see on my page are not gonna be your Etsy, Amazon print on demand shirts. You're not gonna see that. Everything I make is in-house, done by these hands, guys. So you are gonna be seeing some one-on-one pieces. You're gonna see some crazy rhinestone pieces. Actually, let's take a smooth break real quick and let me just show you a couple of the pieces that are on my website right now. So first one I want to talk to you about, this one that I have on, guys. This one I have on is called the Holy Grail tee. Now, as you can see on the screen right now, it has distressing on the actual sleeves right here. It has distressing on the sleeves, it has distressing on the neck as well. Has the Destruction logo in a puff print on there, which is actually very cozy. And these are oversized tees, guys. These tees alone are about 280 GSM. I don't expect you to know what that means, just know it's a heavyweight shirt. Another one on the screen here, we got the rhinestone hoodie, guys. This one is by far the staple for my brand because it just blew up. It seriously blew up. I actually, the first day of dropping these hoodies, I have sold over 25 to 30 units, and I sell these. Actually, just go to the site and you'll see how much I sell them for. I didn't sell out, I ended up ordering more, and there's a lot more coming in. But going past that, this one's a rhinestone. It has full VVS rhinestones on the hood, the sleeve. It has a printed logo in puff print, which is the Destruction logo up front, and then you have the thorns on the arms, guys. I'm just gonna display those for now. I'm not gonna explain everything that I have on that. I will make a separate video for the clothing brand. I just wanted you guys to see a couple of the other shirts and stuff that I have on there. So I'm just gonna list up here on the actual screen here of a couple different ones that I have located on the website. If you guys would like to go see that, go down in the link in below and go and click and go into my website, guys, and just show love. Now, you don't have to buy anything. I really do not care. I really do not care, guys, if you buy anything. Again, I did this for a fashion thing. I did this for myself. I did it for a passion for myself. I wanted to wear my own gear. That is the reason why I created it. So I could care less if you guys buy it. But if you do, it really does help, and it supports the channel, it supports me, it supports everything in my life. So that means I'm gonna support you guys and keep bringing you guys these videos. Now, getting back to our actual video, guys. The 4runner. Now, the 4runner is in very good condition, guys. It has a hitch on there. We got some nice brand new Goodyear Wrangler tires. Now, we are obviously not keeping these, but they are brand new. These are actually, if you guys are concerned, these are 265 75 16s. I don't know what that's equivalent to, if that's like a 32 or 33, I don't know. Let me show you some of the interior. Oh yeah, and we got this little rust spot here, but it's just surface rust, so I'm just gonna grind this down, do some body work, and actually get this rust out. I actually don't even need to Bondo that. It's just the paint that's chipped and a little bit of surface rust, so I'll just grind that down and fill it or something like that, because this car is probably gonna get painted in the future. Interior, we opted for the cloth seats on the interior. I'm glad for these because when it's super cold outside, these you can just get in, it's already warm. That's the best one. They do come in leather as well, but they tear like crazy and it's so ugly sometimes. So I'm glad we got the cloth ones. But that was the back seat. Front seat, nothing special, guys. It is just a 3rd gen 4runner, but it is beautiful in here. Cloth seats, we gotta repair that because it has like some cracking and stuff on there. Again, this is the leather that they come on the seats, and see how this is already cracking? Imagine the whole interior being that leather. It cracks everywhere, guys. So I'm gonna have to replace that piece. But everything else, guys, is super clean, guys. It's super clean. Like here in the back, we got a nice clean trunk area. As you can see, my little snow broom right there. My trunk struts are kind of going out, so they are a little weak, so I'm kind of holding it up with my hand right here. But engine is the best part about it. This car does have exactly 250,000 miles on it, which is crazy, but these cars can easily hit 500, which is like the best part about them. The engine, guys, so this is a 3.4 V6 engine from Toyota. This engine is notorious for leaking, guys, but it is so reliable. So right when I got this truck, I saw that the valve covers were actually leaking on this. I actually completely disassembled this whole top end of the motor, and I have actually replaced a lot of seals and gaskets. I replaced all the valve cover gaskets. I replaced all the gaskets in the intake manifold and everything under there. I've replaced even some of the hoses for the evap and everything like that, because they're notorious for these evap lines and stuff to crack. So I replaced a lot of those evap lines, and we did a full oil change, full coolant change. It has a brand new radiator in it, got a brand new brake fluid flush done as well. And overall, guys, this car is running so well. Transmission fluid done, oil done, everything is caught up to maintenance on this engine, guys. And I'm super glad that this one worked out. That all being said, let me talk to you guys about the upgrades we are going to be doing to this thing to end off this video. Stay tuned for the next video, because we are going to start installing stuff quick, like lickety split quick, guys, because we have already ordered a lot of these parts already and they're coming in. So you guys are going to get videos back to back to back. Well, at least I'm hoping so. This editing stuff is crazy and it's very time consuming. Let's go ahead and talk about the upgrades we're going to be doing for this 4Runner. Sheesh. I'm not gonna lie, guys. This sun is cooking me, yo. It is cooking me. I'm gonna turn out to a full-blown African, straight freaking Nigerian. Yeah, this shit is sizzling me like bacon. But hey, let's go over some of the dope things we are gonna be doing to this 4Runner, guys. I am so fucking stoked for this. Excuse my language, but I am so stoked for this. I have a pretty big list, so I'm gonna kind of read these off my phone. I'm not gonna explain everything in detail. I'm just gonna tell you what we are getting. If you know, you know. All right, so the first thing I am actually gonna start off with, guys. First thing I'm gonna start off with, we're gonna go into my notes here and we're gonna select 4Runner build. I don't know if you guys seen that, but we have a full 4Runner build here, and I have things checked off that I've already ordered and everything like that. So I'm not gonna tell you what I ordered, that way you guys will just be surprised on it when the videos come up. We are opting for bead lock wheels, guys. We are getting bead locks for this car here. We are getting 17x9 bead locks. Now, if anybody knows how much bead locks are, they're expensive and they definitely go over our budget. Just on the wheels, not even the tires, not the front bumper, not all that stuff that we're getting. So as you can see, this did not go to plan. Our $7,000 budget build did not go to plan. So we're definitely going overboard. It still saves me money in the long run, and it gets me everywhere that I need to go and gets my family into camping needs and things like that for when we go to Moab. But be ready for those videos. Those are gonna be dope. All right, back to the build list. We're getting bead locks for this car, guys. We are getting 37-inch tires for this, guy. Now, 37-inch tires are huge. I actually had them on my Tundra, guys. Literally the same setup that I had on my Tundra is going on here. And my Tundra was huge, guys. This is small. Imagine that. The big tires that are on my Tundra are going on this. So that's gonna tell us that we have a lot of cutting and a lot of lifting to do. Which brings us to our next thing, our lift kit. We are doing a 3-inch lift kit. No, it's not enough for the 37s, but I like the height of a 3-inch. Now, the best part about this 3-inch is we are going with a full coilover system, guys. And just to top that off, we are gonna be doing a full long travel kit on this 4Runner, guys. You don't understand how excited or how dope this build is going to be with long travel suspension, guys. It is gonna be just absolutely wide. It's gonna be tall. The freaking wheels are gonna be all wide, and it's gonna be like a pre-runner. I can go like 80 miles an hour and just hit bumps like crazy, guys. Now, long travel is not necessarily necessary, but it's just been a build I've always wanted, and I think I'm gonna keep this one for a really long time. I am having a girl, so maybe this will be her car later on in the future, or it could just be an all-out crawler, and I'll just go out and buy another truck when everything is all said and done, you know? We are not getting the long travel right away. We are getting a mid-travel Camberg kit, which is the lower control arms and upper control arms for this car, and that's going to be our mid-travel kit, and we're running a Toy Tech 3-inch coilover setup. Going down the list, we are getting a True North front bumper, guys. I'm not going to go into detail of what that looks like, but I'll post a little picture here on the screen. That is what a True North hybrid bumper looks like. I am getting that bumper. We are getting a new in works rear bumper for the car. Again, I'll post a picture right here of what the new InWorks tube bumper looks like. We are also going with rock sliders. Now, I was gonna go with this DIY kit to bring some welding to you guys. It's called Sky's Off-Road Rock Sliders. I was actually gonna do those. They cost right around about 500 bucks, which is not that expensive, but for the video's sake, I think we're gonna have a little bit of fun, and for budget's sake, I'm gonna build my own rock sliders for you guys, just to show you that a beginner can build rock sliders and fab stuff for your own car. So I'm gonna build my own rock sliders. I've already looked up the materials. The materials are gonna cost me right around about 150 to 200 bucks for the materials. We are getting a Sherpa roof rack, guys. We are getting everything that we have technically already had for our Tundra. So a Sherpa roof rack is going on the top. It's gonna be what's called the Matterhorn roof rack. It's a roof rack that goes all the way to the opposite ends there. Again, I'll post a photo of what that looks like on here. We are getting a couple more 83L Roam cases. Roam Adventure, they make really waterproof cases. It's very good for putting recovery gear in there. It's good for putting guns in there. You can put foam in there. You can put organizers in there. You can put really anything in there. They're just weather sealed cases. All right, so we're getting 2 of those to put up on the top. We're getting a rooftop tent as well, but that's going to be a little bit later in the vlog. We are getting CBI ditch lights that are going to be sitting up front here. That way we'll have lights off to the side. And speaking of those ditch lights and everything like that, we are going with full Baja Designs lighting. We're going to have Baja Design squadrons on for the ditch lights. For our bumper, we're probably going to be running like LP9s or something like that. And we are doing a full interior overhaul, guys. We are going to be completely stripping this thing dry, and we're going to be cleaning the carpets, cleaning the seats, and we are going to be adding a bunch of dope things, guys, like recovery gear. We are going to be adding WeatherTech mats. We're going to do Tiki, I think that's how you say it, TEQ off-road. We're going to be doing Molly panels. So there's going to be Molly panels that sit on the front of the dash. There's some that's going to sit on the door. And then, you know what, I'll just post a video of all the Molly panels that we're getting for the car. But we're getting one for the center console, phone mount. We are getting the rear seat mount as well. We're getting the rear window mounts as well. So we're gonna have the rear windows. This is all interior, by the way. This is all interior. We're getting the rear windows.
One eternity later.
I am gonna let you in on a little secret. We are doing a full CO2 setup on this car, guys. This is gonna be a full CO2 setup. If you don't know what a CO2 setup is, I am gonna be running a 10-pound to 15-pound power tank. It is this little thing right here that you guys are seeing. That is gonna go into the back of there. I have a 4-way mounting system that I got from the Tundra. It's just a air up and air down system. So I put my system on each tires, and I can actually, since they're a 4-way, I can do them all at the same time. So I put a chuck on there, put a chuck on there, put a chuck on like all of my tires, and I can just deflate them all in one go to get them down to that pressure I need to be able to rock crawl or off-road or anything like that. Now, where the power tank comes in handy, it's stuffed with 10 pounds or 15 pounds of CO2, and that requires a regulator and everything to shoot and blast all that air into all 4 tires all at one time to be able to set my car back up to ride height or the tire pressure that goes into the tires. We're gonna be running a power tank setup in here. It's gonna, I'm getting it in a anodized blue, so it's gonna look like I have a nitrous bottle in the back, which is gonna be super funny for people to see it. Yeah, guys, that is the build. So there's a lot more in here as well, but they're just tiny things, so I'm not gonna go over every single tiny thing that we're doing. You guys are just gonna have to see it in the next videos, so just be ready for that. So there you guys go. You guys have just got a full rundown of what we are doing on this 4Runner, and I am so excited that we're doing it. It's gonna be a full 4Runner build, okay? So going from part 1 to part 2, part 3, it's gonna be like that. And we're gonna be installing. So let me give you a little bit of a, I won't say a hint, let me just give you a little bit of a spoiler on our next video, guys. Our next video is gonna be installing our Sherpa roof rack. Okay, so we got that already in, and we got our Roam cases and stuff and accessories to put onto the top of there. So be ready for that video. Oh, also one thing I forgot to tell you guys as well, to make things even more exciting, is that this car here is not our full replacement for the Tundra, guys. So be ready, guys. Just be ready, because this is not the full replacement. This is just to replace my A to B car and to go camping and stuff in. But the car that I'm shopping for is a little bit higher in the budget, and yes, it may take me a little while to get it. I'm not looking to get it right now. Now I'm looking at getting it over time, so you guys will see throughout the YouTube channel, and I really hope the YouTube channel grows exponentially. Actually, I already know the YouTube channel is gonna grow exponentially because it already is. So hopefully I can get a little bit more extra income to come in and everything like that to actually like show you guys the real replacement. But let's just say we have it in the works already, guys, and we have a business plan for it. And yeah, sure, I could buy it right now if I wanted to, but it's not exciting like that. I'm gonna wait for my time when I can actually afford it and not go bankrupt to get it. So stay tuned, just stay tuned for that, guys. But with that all being said, guys, if you guys love this video, thank you guys so much for coming down again. If you guys love this video, please, 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 please hit that like, hit that subscribe button, guys. We are coming out with more videos now that we have a little bit more time on our hands and things like that. And I may display a little bit more things that are happening in my life. Then again, 3-time business owner, and I also do, never mind about that. Just hit that like and subscribe button. You guys will see it in the future. It means a lot to me, guys. And again, soon you guys will be getting a update on the clothing brand, so that will be in the link in the description as well if you would like to go shop, or at least just see what I have in there per my creativity. Just go down there and go look at it, and if you want something, grab it. And you know what, just for the sake of this video, I am actually gonna throw a 30% discount on anything that you guys want to order. So go straight down into the website in the description and use code YouTube for 30% off of your order. No one else is gonna know that besides you guys. So every time you use that code, I'm gonna know who did it and exactly when, and I may be sending you an extra care package through there as well. So thank you guys again for supporting me. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, comment. Let me know what you guys would like to see with our 4runner, guys. Let me know what you guys would like to see. Shoot, I look at every single comment. Again, we're not a big channel, so I look at every comment, guys, and I do reply. So definitely do that. But let all my blabbering aside, thank you guys so much for coming on down. I cannot wait to show you the next video. Let's get into it.